Because some guy on YouTube freaked out because I had 5-minute intro to one of my videos, and he's like, "What a waste of time!" I'm like, "You could go to the it's a countdown. Nothing interesting is happening there. How weird." All right, let's start. Mics are unmuted. Mics are unmuted. Hot mic. Hot mic.
The cat is trying to feed himself. That is definitely happening.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Marty, I had a really long night last night and a very early morning today. There's probably no way I'll make it past much past 11 tonight.
Lie a web of pearls.
Good enough.
Each gemstone a miniature world unto itself. Upon these worlds interconnected our stories are told. And the fate of creation hangs in the
Can the
balance.
stream hear us?
Welcome to...
Stop moving around. Luke's at home and just like destroying everything, or that's what it sounds like.
It's called cleaning. Alright.
Matt's being attacked by cats while trying to eat his pizza. Neil looks like he's really cold.
I'm sick.
Familiar
Just keep
Jasper.
it warm. I was working like this all day long.
Look like a jewel thief.
I might be a jewel thief. I almost said the Black Panther, but that wouldn't have come out right, would it?
Greetings and welcome to Die Dragon Die presents the Titans Gift Campaign. I forgot where I was for a minute. I'm your demon host Marty, joined by Neil, Matt, Luke, and Levi. Levi is the only one that is physically here at my place today. The rest of you decided to dial it in from home. Shame. For shame. For shame.
You told me to dial it in.
Well, because you're...
Stay home.
Actually, because you're...
me.
To be fair, I'm where I'm always at.
Yeah. Yeah, Neil's in his home in the outskirts of Seattle area, and then Luke, we told him to stay home because he's sick, so he's eating soup and cleaning.
He's like 4 floors above us, so...
Is that your soup bowl or the thing you're sitting on?
That is the soup bowl, and I gotta say, these guys, their soup game is on point. I don't want to go too deep into it. This isn't a soup stream per se, but...
Not this week. All right, great update from Luke. Levi, how's it going, man?
I'm cold.
You're cold? Yeah, we've got the door open. I keep my apartment really cold, so
Let him here.
Levi, there's a warmer apartment just upstairs.
yeah. Matt, how's it going?
Not bad, not bad.
Yep.
Coming down with a little something, I think. So.
Which cat is this? That is
This is Jasper.
Jasper.
Jasper, would you like to say hello?
Oh, it's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Jasper.
How old is Jasper?
Jasper is about 9 months.
Okay, so almost full grown or full grown?
Yeah, he's going to be a pretty big cat.
Yep. And then Jasper's got a sister, right?
Jasper has a sister, Ayla. Ayla will probably come by and bother me at some point,
Okay.
and I will show her to him.
They are cats. They are no bother.
Yeah.
Dogs, however, now you're getting into what Marty prefers. Dogs are so needy.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say she's on my lap most of the time.
Dogs are like children. It's like they're kind of neat once in a while, but I'm glad they're not mine.
And Luke just does his fur.
I have a couple of those, man.
And Luke talks to plants. He's the green thumb plant whisperer.
Yes. Which is why in a previous campaign he had a plant growing out of his ear.
Oh, right.
I did have a plan here.
Which is mildly related to this campaign.
Mildly, yeah.
Neil, how's it
There's
going?
been
These are going good, Marty. Enjoyed. Had a good weekend. My son played a bunch of basketball games. Always fun to go watch him play tournaments as he learns the game and gets better at it. We'll probably do a whole lot of that more this weekend. So,
how old's your son?
14.
And you guys have been in the States for what, like a year?
2 years now. Yeah.
2 years. Okay.
This is his first year playing competitive basketball.
Got it. Cool. Why don't we do a recap of what happened last game? Ahmed, how's it going, man? Kenny, good to see you. Who else is on?
Mohammed.
Who else is in there? Electric.
Don't forget about Modron Bot.
Modron Bot.
Thanks for stopping in, Modron. You're the best.
Plant
What,
growing here.
Modron?
There's probably an ointment for that, indeed. Although he didn't find it in that campaign. The plant growing out of his ear was his holy symbol, so he was simultaneously glad it was there and then worried that it was growing deeper and deeper into his brain.
Yeah, it may have been killing me. We never found out because I got turned into a tube.
You know,
Tubeman.
gods are not necessarily on your side. All right, let's do a recap. Last game was called Knock on Wood. Pun intended. Ludo had a rude encounter with Bark Welder, who wields the Wand of Everbark. Later, the Jerks Emeritus. Can't believe you guys called yourselves that. The Jerks
That's a
Emeritus
great name.
cautiously approach the Villa Malavella and find a way to break in. They discover that the manor is not entirely abandoned, but haunted by angry spirits and evil fae, in addition to their quarry, the old rogue Gaedran. Chaos ensues when the disparate inhabitants meet the intruding adventurers. Basically, there was some illusions and ghost sounds of crying children that lured basically almost all of the inhabitants of the manor into one area, or at least all those that did hear. And a massive and chaotic melee ensued. I don't know. What did you guys remember from this fight? What's the recap of the fight?
You don't want my perspective.
What happened was, I guess we were talking to the Tooth Fairies, who finally noticed us, and we promised them teeth if they'd let us leave without a I don't know, commotion. But then more Tooth Fairies figured it out, and a lot of Tooth Fairies together is a commotion. That's a lot of Tooth Fairies. So Gaedran figured out something was up, but thought maybe it was just Tooth Fairies. So we tried, well, let's lure him down and ambush him. So we made the sound of a crying child. And unfortunately, he can count. So he knew where all of his kidnapped children were, and that put him on his guard. The boggart chef decided to come out and help too, but the crying child had set off the ghost, which apparently is upset about the loss of all of her children some time ago.
Yeah.
And she saw the boggart chef and attacked him. So it's kind of a mess. The Tooth Fairies are going after teeth from epic skeletons that Gaedran dumped out of a bag. Most of the skeletons are cut down. Gaedran is going back upstairs to get out of this chaos. The Tooth Fairies are pulling teeth. The Macronom Gobbler is eating skeleton bits.
Right, he was pretending to be a vase.
The boggart are still around.
Right, he was pretending to be a vase, and now he's eating spinal cords, I think?
Yes.
Or just entire skeletons, and you guys were leaving the skulls, I believe.
Yes.
Cool. So we're going to resume right in the middle of combat. The top of the round was Gaedran was climbing away. You guys know that from previous encounters with Gaedran that he was able to climb along walls and such. So Gaedran is trying to escape. You could give me perception checks, those that can see into the hall, to see if you catch a shimmer of the invisible creature moving. The DC would be 23. To kind of get an idea of like which way the invisible person went. Ludo can't see. Professor can't quite see this area. Pharisee is in a position to see. Manny, Tech, Sarakigat, and Zephyros can also get a perception check.
Yeah, with an 8 I'm blind to it, I'm sure.
Ooh, what's the murder bug's perception? Murder bug doesn't notice much. Psyche has a perception of +9.
No, he's probably seeing red because he's in combat.
He has a perception of +9, 26.
Okay. He sees something, but he doesn't let everyone know. You may have to ask
than
him
that
later.
20, apparently. First one, Modron didn't give it to me. The second one, Modron decided to roll it.
Does the elfin guy have scent? Actually, no, he doesn't have scent as a standard quality. That might be an interesting racial feat that you could buy, given the size of his nose. Sniff him out. So I don't think anyone in the hallway has scent. With a nat 20, Matt, this was Farisay.
Yeah.
Farisay's used to picking out where invisible creatures are going. At first you thought it might have been a tooth fairy, but you noticed that Gaedran was climbing around this corner and going south. So you saw a shimmer go around this corner.
All right.
So
I'll let folks know on my turn.
You have an idea of where he went. The next person to go is Texirak Gagat. There is still a ancient skeleton that is in his face, and I think we're going to have Luke control his die rolls.
Yeah, he's going to continue to attack it with full rounds of Merciless Death. So he'll do number 4. Does he have 4 attacks? And then his bite?
He would have 4 attacks with his 2 double-bladed swords, and then...
So it's 4 pound sign 1d20 plus 8?
Yeah, I don't think there are any buffs going, because Farisay is maintaining a countersong bard song to try to keep the mad spirit wailing from affecting you.
And I don't have a lot left on that either.
So 12, 20, 10.
12's miss. Basically, Texirak Gat keeps on striking the other weapons, or the weapons in the shield that are held by the ancient skeleton. The 20 will be close. Give me a second here.
I feel like they're a little higher than 20.
Armor and shield would be 21. No, wait, 20. They're small. They're smaller shields. Armor and shield is 20 exactly. So you hit once.
1d8 plus 5 for damage. Looks like 13.
13
Nice.
gets reduced to 8, but 8 is enough to scatter the skeleton's bones across the ground.
Can he try and bite the scattered bones?
You can. The opponent would
He's
be
gonna do
considered
that?
prone and no dex, so good chance he'll hit.
8 doesn't seem super great.
No, actually, this is really close. So no dex from 20 brings us to from 20 to 13. Prone brings us to 9.
He's so close.
Yep. So he ends up biting on something that just isn't vital and kind of spits the bone out, but it doesn't do any damage to the skeleton. But he scatters the bones. You notice that one of the bones should have kept on moving away, but then stopped and is now slowly rolling back towards the skeleton. The tooth fairies are going crazy, and they're pulling out teeth of the mythic skeletons. Which brings us to the upset woman spirit. Well, she flies in. You do get an AOO, Zephyros, with your staff.
Okay.
As this ghostly figure begins flying in towards you.
So with my staff, let me just see. Why am I looking for my attack routines? So it's 1d8 plus 6, right?
Be 1d20 plus something.
Oh, sorry. It's a roll first to see if I hit, right?
Correct.
So it's a 1d20 plus 7. 21, does that hit?
Okay, you strike the creature. Now tell me about your staff. Does your staff have any magical qualities?
It is just a masterwork staff at the moment. I don't see anything about magical qualities on it.
Okay. The staff goes right through right through the angry spirit of warbling robes and horrible and horrible babbling grief, without doing any damage. You now know that your staff can't harm it. Passed right through it.
That's right.
Okay, and then it sort of like rides up, kind of going through the staff, and then it's reaching out towards you. You hear her screech as she's going to try to touch you. This is a touch against your touch AC.
Ruh-roh.
Nat 20.
Oh, no.
I'll roll to confirm the critical. 10. What is your touch AC, Neil?
My touch AC, sorry, my son was distracting me here. My touch AC is...
Actually, this would be your incorporeal touch AC, so incorporeal.
So, incorporeal...
Do you have mage armor up?
I'm checking. I do have mage armor up, and I have mirror images at the moment, in case that helps.
Okay, that does help. She reaches out. She does. Let me see if she has something like. Nope, she's affected by your mirror images. And how many images do you have?
5.
Oh wow. Okay. She would have got you right in the face or right in the trunk. She tried to like hug your trunk, but it was up one of your images, and one of the images goes away.
Okay, so I've got 4 left.
The ancient skeletons, so the one on the ground in front of Tex Sirac is slowly knitting together. Whereas the ones that Mockernam is eating and the tooth fairies are pulling apart.
Isn't there a will save or something that we've got to make if she gets within our range?
No, Pharisay's singing right now, or her flute.
Okay.
Is keeping the insane babble at bay. She basically is rolling for a saving throw.
Got it.
Good question though. Ludo, you have just broken out of the whole person that the Hadean boggart had placed upon you.
You're welcome, Ludo. You're welcome.
All pins and needles. I don't think you're stealthing anymore. I'm just going to get rid of that. I don't really
Yeah, it's
stealthing.
gone.
And then I don't think Pharisay is stealthing while doing Bard Song, so
I doubt it. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just going to erase those from your tokens. What is Ludo doing?
Ludo is going to 5 foot towards the door, and I'd like to do my stealth again. Look at that. Why is Firefox not showing up? Okay.
So are you inside or outside?
Inside.
Okay, so you're just sort of near the lip of the door and
Yeah,
you
I'm
hide.
gonna resume my
Man's
position
still swinging
again.
around his staff.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a second. Windows wants to update. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do
No!
it.
No! No!
We've got an update for you. Another time, assholes. Another time.
That was a close one.
Woo.
It depends. Do you desperately need a Windows 10 update? Are your zip
need
files disappearing?
I need it so bad.
Sneak, 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 sneak. Right? You're just playing it I think that was like an order of the stick joke or something. All right, so what was your 27?
Yeah.
Put that on your token?
Yeah.
All right, so Ludo's stealthing from the others. The Hadean boggart has seen enough. There's really nothing standing between him and the others, and he's going to all-out run down the hallways.
Oh, no.
He moves at 30, so he runs basically to the edge of this hallway. Like, fuck you, Gaedran! Leave me alone! He says it's mostly in Sylvan, but you get the sense that he does not like it. He gets to the hallway and he's whistling. All of you lazy fucks, get out here! Get out here!
Do I hear any keys jingling on his belt as he runs?
He was dressed in kind of like a part butcher apron, part... It's like a butcher's apron, and then he had like a doily cooking apron over top of it. You didn't necessarily hear specifically keys.
Okay.
It doesn't mean he doesn't have any. You just didn't hear anything obviously jingling. The Hadean boggart runs. Manny, what's Manny doing?
Manny is going so.
Yeah, and he ran down the hallway. He's still visible to those in the hallway.
Wait, Manny can still see him all the way down there?
Yeah, Manny could step. This place is well lit. Manny could 5-foot step out, or even just move out and then strike him.
Yeah. Wait, move up or move? I just was thinking he pops out 5 feet and slings one final stone at him.
Okay. This goes into Manny's second range increment, so he's at -2 for range.
Okay.
He hops, he kind of pokes it out of the door and slings his oversized sling staff. His halfling sling staff.
So that would put him at. He's usually at 9, 7, 14.
AC 14, I think, bounces down the hallway. He kind of sees the attack coming when he glanced over his shoulder and ducks. Yeah, AC 14 doesn't hit him.
Little bastard.
It was because of the distance.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Manny's turn as he hucked a stone, and then he kind of grits his face at looking at the spirit. How do we kill that, Pharisee?
Pharisee says, Gaedran went around that corner. I don't know how to kill that spirit, but it's angry about children, and there are tied up children in the kitchen.
If we could get and free one of them, maybe she'll leave us alone.
Maybe. It's either that or run. I'll continue my counter song.
Okay.
Which does not leave me with very many rounds. And I'll walk out here to get a view of that boggart.
Okay. You can see the boggart down the hallway. He seems to want
Quick check.
to. He's kind of like skidding along the tiles. It looks like he wants to run south now. After Pharisee, Zephyros, what are you doing?
Zephyros isn't sure about what he's going to do, but he's going to try it in any case. He's going to shoot the mad spirit of the manor with a magic missile.
Okay. Are you casting defensively, or are you letting it take its attack of opportunity?
I'll cast defensively because I believe I'm not taking much of a penalty if I do a defensive cast. I think
The DC to get off a first level spell is 17.
I just want to check. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere on my character sheet that I have some skill when it comes to defensive casting.
Yeah, it looks like you've got combat casting as a feat. So the DC of this is, or sorry, the roll that you get is a plus 12.
Okay, so I need to do a 1d20 plus 12. What do I need to beat?
17.
I get it on the die.
17 right on. So you basically pull back away from her swipes, and you manage to stick a bunch of magic missiles into her. The magic missiles do strike the creature and kind of cause these twisting wounds where it almost like pushes itself into itself. And after the wounds sort of close, there's less of the creature there. Like you're actually ripping part of the ephemeral spirit apart.
Nice.
So damage is your third level, so 2d4 plus 2 plus 1
That's
for being an evoker.
So it's 2 times 1d4 plus 2, or I can just do it
2d4 plus 3, yeah.
Alright, I'll do 2d4 plus 3. That's 7 damage.
Okay, that hurt it. There's still a lot of spirit left. And notice me not saying the word bloodied.
Damn.
But I just did. But
Damn it. Yeah. Hold on.
Wow.
What kind of game are you playing here?
Well, that was close. I
so
nearly missed.
Zephyros, are you standing there? It doesn't look like you have much place to move.
I don't have anywhere I can move. I'm blocked by the skeletons to the left, by Manny at the top, and by the spirit at the bottom.
You can move through friendly squares. Right now, the tooth fairies are really small, so they actually aren't causing an issue. They seem to also be interested in taking the teeth from the fallen foes.
But the skeletons are blocking me, aren't they?
The skeletons are all down.
Are they down? Okay. So in that case, I can do a 30 move still, right?
Yeah, moving will provoke an AOO like that.
That's fine. I'll provoke an. Maybe I shouldn't provoke an AO.
A 5-foot step would not provoke.
I think I'm going to stay where I am because I've got mirror images and I would prevent her from getting to anybody else.
Nice. The Makronom Gobbler is going to now finish eating the body of, or at least the crucial bits of this particular ancient skeleton. I'm just going to remove it from play, leaving behind the skeleton's head, which is being played with and fought over by these tooth fairies.
For eating.
Little pseudopods come out and grabbing bones, and they're just going into his mouth, and you can hear strange gurgling coming from the bottom of the vase. All right, that was Makronom's turn, eating your opponent's felled bodies. The tooth fairies. Well, now that they're afraid of the mad spirit. Okay, so these tooth fairies decide. They're going to fly over here, but then the whole group of them fly back with two of the skulls, leaving the third skull out there. And now the tooth fairies are basically descending upon the skulls. Some of them are kind of like wrestling with each other and scrambling to try to get the teeth. So you've got a bunch of tooth fairies that are really clustered in several squares. As they're trying to take teeth from the mythic skeleton skulls. There's still one skull and one mythic skeleton body out in the hallway. The professor, what are you doing?
Oh, I hope that the door to those children's cage isn't locked. Time to be a hero, Henry.
I will 30 and then 60.
Okay, professor goes running out. The Hidian boggart hisses at you. Top of the round is Gaedran. Alright, Gaedran, I'm going to remove.
Woohoo! Just barely still in range for the unseen servant.
Texirak Gigax, what's he doing?
I think he's gonna run at the boggart, right?
He does see the mad spirit of the manor. I don't think he has the skills to understand what it is.
Yeah, but he understands killing a fleeing prey, I would think. And the boggart seems to be running away, and I think his predatory instincts to run down the prey are probably going to kick in.
Sure. So he could double move charge, which is 80. So he can't quite get to the boggart.
Could he just run?
He could run. Let me check to see if he has the run feat. Because when you run, I don't think you threaten. So yeah, the boggart can move away from him without getting an AOO. So he runs right up to the boggart. Maybe we'll say he runs here.
You are running away. You must be prey.
The upset woman, oh my children! She 5-foot steps a little bit closer and continues to attack Sephiros because she senses that Sephiros is alive. Touch AC 19, feels like that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
There are 4 images, so D5, that hits an image.
Okay, 3 left.
And then her babbling cries are being kept somewhat at bay by Pharisee. The ancient skeletons don't do anything. Ludo, what are you doing?
Ludo. Really not much for him.
Pixel's just watching with great horror the small pack of tooth fairies going nuts on the skeletons.
I guess Ludo's going to try and make himself useful.
Ludo.
Leave that room. So I can go. Oh, I'm in stealth. Does that affect?
If you're stealthing, you can stealth at speed and take a -5 penalty, or you could just drop stealth and move.
I'm gonna drop stealth and
Okay, your speed is what, 20?
30.
30? So you could double move to 60.
60. Maybe I'll 60 right to here.
Okay.
Stay away from that door, you know.
Letting the professor stay in front. Yeah, the door that you moved in front of looks like somebody chained it up. There's this really large padlock. There's the symbol of Malabella, once chiseled into its wood. There's a strange color to the chains. The metal seems to be the same as the cage that you found Plek inside of. There are poor ass attempts to board up the door.
Or constructed.
The chains are kind of moving slightly, like something had recently disturbed them, and they're swinging and swaying ominously. The Hadean boggart isn't threatened by Texirac, so he's going to basically run south into his kitchen. You can hear him yelling, "You lazy fools! Defend! Defend! Defend!" And you can hear what sounds like a small, a kitchen's worth of implements kind of moving, some strange scrapes and sounds coming down that hallway. It sounds very mechanical, or like someone dropped a whole bunch of spoons. Manny?
Manny.
As a screaming woman
Yeah.
next to Zephyros.
That we know we can't just hit. Where's that? Boggart. He seems pretty...
Why does your staff not work, is what Manny says to Zephyros.
gone.
It's not magical. We needed something magical to hit the spirit with. If you don't have a magical weapon, it's not gonna work.
Butcher knife.
Manny's got 3 magic weapons. He's carrying 2 of those transforming spears that he got from the Formians.
Manny?
And then,
mad over there.
and then he's got Charkut, his hand axe.
Then don't hold out on us, Manny. Get in there.
What's he pulling up?
He'll try one of his javelins. Or spears, right?
Yeah, he can pull out a spear and chuck it.
Yeah, they're throwing, right?
Yep. They could also be used in melee.
He's stronger as a melee, isn't he?
No, he's stronger with throwing.
Is he? Well, I knew my instincts were right. Alright. Let's toss that in that monster's fucking gob.
Okay. His range with things that are thrown are +8, +9 because of the magic. Is he doing deadly aim or not? Deadly aim's -1 to attack and +2 to damage.
Yes.
Okay. So that's +8. Point blank shot, +9. He pulls out a spear and hucks it.
24.
He hucks it right through the creature. It seems to tear some of its essence. A thrown spear does D6. He would add his strength. +1 for the weapon.
Add strength.
So strength is 5, +1 for the weapon, 6.
6.
+1 for point blank shot is 7, and then he deadly aims.
8, 9.
9.
Wow. Okay, 10.
10 damage, and then this creature is incorporeal, so it does 5.
Cool.
Okay? So he chucks a spear through it. It kind of gets lodged in her for a moment. She's like, "Oh!" And then she kind of wrestles it free, and it clangs to the ground, basically in her square. Manny's got another spear, but I don't think he's got quick draw, so he had to take it out and
Right.
huck it. So he's out of... he could move away or reposition himself. Within range of the spear, within 20 feet. He could have
Right.
done that as part of his move.
He'll hang out.
Yeah, hang out there. Okay. Pharisee?
Pharisee's going to continue the bard song, move 25 feet, 20 feet, to keep everyone within 30 feet.
Okay.
So that they're either, so that they're affected. And boy, I don't have many great ideas. I'll pull out a wand of Cure Light Wounds.
All right. Wand in hand, you wander to an optimal place in the battlefield for your bard song, Zephyros.
Zephyrus is going to shoot another magic missile, although this one's going to come out of a wand.
Okay. Are you doing it defensively, or are you 5 foot stepping back, or are you taking any precaution, or are you just letting it take its aim?
I'll 5 foot step back.
Okay.
And then it is 1d20. What do I add to the magic? Oh, magic missile hits unerringly. Never mind. So it's caster level 3. So it's 2d4 plus 2, right?
2d4 plus 3.
I'm not getting the evocation bonus if it comes out of a wand, am I?
Oh, is it out of a wand? Nope.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a spell completion device. Sure. Hey.
Okay, so 2d4 plus 3.
Is it a 2d4 wand or a 1d4 wand?
This is a caster level 3 wand. So
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Cool.
7 damage on top of the 12 that was already done. 19. The creature seems to be ragged enough for me to use the descriptor bloody.
yay, we're making some progress here, Manny. Let's keep it up.
The Mokranam Gobbler 5 foot steps and effectively coup de grace the ancient skeleton by eating some of his bits. It was 1 round away from regenerating and standing back up.
That would have been unfortunate.
Yep. The tooth fairies are still fighting over the two skulls that they have. They've probably ripped the jaws off of those skulls and are now fighting over the 4 pieces for the teeth. Professor, you run down the hallway a bit.
Oh. Yes. Oh.
Okay.
Quick.
You can see down. You can see down to the south a long hallway. There's an open door. There's a staircase that leads up, as well as a very large room beyond. You can see the. You can see you can see the Hadean boggart. There's a little bit of
There
smoke.
it is.
There's a little bit of smoke coming from the room, suggesting that there might be a fire, perhaps the source of the chimney smoke.
Quickly, Tech, get him.
I'll have gone far enough and fast enough away that the unseen servant will wink out of existence.
Cool. I'll just move it up. Cool that you're keeping track of it. I really don't care whether it's there or not. I'm impartial. Tech.
Out of the way, old man. I think he'll run.
The old man's put himself in a position where you can't run through friendlies, so Tech actually has to move around this round.
You old fool. Get out of the way. Well, he moves at 40?
Yeah, so you can move 80 down the hallway. And then you notice him kind of slow down a little bit, like he's trying to understand what the noise is. The upset woman, both the professor and Tech are not affected by her babble, even though you guys are far away from the bard song. Yeah. All right. She steps into here. Oh, my children! Let's see. She keeps on getting hit by Zephyrus, so I think she's going to attack Zephyrus.
Okay.
AC 18 touch. How many images do you have left? 3?
Okay. 3, yeah.
Okay, hit another image. You don't want to be touched by this creature. You just know it's going to be bad.
2 left.
Ancient skeletons are no longer. I'm just going to remove them from the initiative. Ludo.
Good old Ludo. Well, there's not much more left for me to do except sprint to my buddies. Make it right right.
Oh, hello, Ludo.
Howdy. Shh.
The Hidean boggart disappears around the corner.
Defend! You defend! And you too! And you too! And you shut up!
Some whimpering. There are a bunch of things that are wandering over. You can hear them clanking over, like clink, 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 clink. They're not necessarily as big as the track-laying golem that you guys encountered. Tiny, small, and a medium. Okay. There's a whole host of animated furniture.
Oh man, Beauty and the Beast.
There are some walking chairs, a table with claw legs that is lurching forward, and a bunch of lit animated candelabras that are moving of their own accord and are clogging the battlefield.
Hello.
So the servants of the Hidean boggart will go plus animated furniture, or possessed furniture, if you will. It's possessed. Manny. Manny is now threatened by the mad spirit of the manor.
Manny is going. Well, he's. Oh, fuck. He has to be broken out of that, huh?
He could 5 foot step back into the doorway and hawk another spear. If he throws from there, it will get a hit.
Yeah. Let's just do that. He's going to equip another spear.
Okay. Puts out another spear.
Says his signature catchphrase.
Which is Boss Man.
Yeah. Ooh.
I got you, boss man.
Wow.
A natural 1
What do I do?
is a miss. Roll to confirm the critical miss. So roll again.
Really, Modron? Is it before or after? After?
After.
AC 16 would have hit it right on. So he doesn't critical fumble. The spear just goes launching. He's trying to avoid hitting Zephyros and ended up missing the mad spirit. It just moved sort of in a way where its body wasn't where he was aiming. Pharisee.
Pharisee's gonna say, "What are you doing? That little imp is cooking children. We're trying to rescue them." She'll continue Bard song and hang out here with a wand to jab the thing that appears to be undead.
Okay. Which thing are you jabbing?
The spirit, the mad spirit. If it comes by,
Okay.
I'll try and jab it with a wand of Cure Light Wounds.
So you have a readied action then?
Yeah, let's call it that. Yeah.
Zephyros.
Zephyros keeps the train of magic missiles alive.
Are you 5 foot stepping?
Yes, he is. I can 5 foot step there, right?
Yep. Makernam is small, so you can be in the same square as him.
Right, so that gives us
The bones
2d4.
are good.
Hello, Makernam. Enjoy all the bones, but I've got a pickle to shoot at this mad spirit of the manor again, if you wouldn't mind. So 2d4 plus 3. That's 8 damage this time.
Okay. The thing is in tatters. There's barely a spirit there. It's kind of flickering in and out of existence, but it is still angry as well as uncontrollably, unconsolably bereaved. The Makronam Gobbler has finished eating this particular skeleton's bones, leaving the skulls as instructed.
Oh, what about this little guy? Is he for eating or for keeping?
He's talking about the unconscious tooth fairy that got attacked by one of the skeletons.
For us, is the tooth fairy for eating or for keeping?
The what?
The tooth fairy, is it for eating or for keeping?
I just leave it.
Okay.
The tooth fairies are still fighting over that'll keep them entertained for a while. Is Pixel moving away from the tooth fairies, or is she staying in there?
Yeah, no, Pixel, that's a good point. Pixel should sneak her way out here.
Professor, on the other side of the battlefield.
I'll yell down the hallway at the enraged woman spirit in the language of the dead.
Madam Malafella, your children may be lost, but you may yet save another child.
And then I will run down the hall.
Okay, give me a charisma check.
Isma? Should I do diplomacy or just charisma?
No, charisma diplomacy requires a minute of talking.
Oh, that's an interesting fact. Charisma is +2.
True facts about charisma.
Not a lot.
True facts about diplomacy. 6. Okay, it's just more madness that's happening in the battlefield. It may not have heard you.
I guess I'll just double move on behind. Well, I see those things coming, right?
You can see a small horde of animate furniture or possessed furniture coming this way. There's a sizable table. It's about as big as you are. There are some chairs with felt and wood and tacks, and there are lit candle holders. The candle holders are the only thing that have like personified traits. They've got like little faces in the stems of the candle holders.
Are they like singing a marching tune as
They
they're
are
coming
not
out of
singing
the
tune.
certain-
They are moving as fast as their legs
Damn
and magic or possessed spirits will let them. Tex Sirac has paused for a moment because he sees a lot of foes in front of him.
I'm gonna cast Vanish on myself, and I'm going to move up 30.
Okay. Your third level, so Vanish lasts until you attack something or 3 rounds go by. So
Yes.
I'll
It's
give you a
not gonna
clue.
last very long.
Professor, Vanish 1, Vanish 2, Vanish 3. Okay.
I'm Tiny Professor!
Gaedran, then it's Tech. What is Tech doing?
There are a lot of them. Must block door. He's gonna try and position himself so they can't come out and swarm him.
Sure. Alright, Tech Sirac can now see into the massive kitchen as he moves to take a position in the doorway. I won't describe it for all of you because Tech isn't very good with words and you're not seeing what he's seeing, but there is a very large hearth, large kitchen areas where a small army of helpers. The tables are like built almost for giants or for entire feasts to be prepared upon.
He will ready an action to hit the first thing that comes up to him.
Okay, so he moved and ready.
Uh-huh.
The upset woman. Let's go to the other side of the battlefield. Why did you take my actually, the two of you are injuring her. So let's roll a d2. She can move so that she could threaten both of you. She is still babbling, which would have screwed you up had it not been for Pharisee. 1 is the Fant, 2 is Manny. 1 is the Fant. She reaches.
Of course it is.
AC 7 touch, I think, is a miss. Is that
That
within?
is a miss.
Is that within 5 of your AC?
I don't think it is. I think my AC is 14. I just need to confirm.
Nice.
Oh, incorporeal is 15 with a plus 4
So
mage armor.
it does not automatically take an image. So it kind of weakly swipes at your images and nothing happens. Ludo.
So he is going to hug this wall.
Professor disappeared. You don't see him. You can see Tech kind of angling his blades downwards. There's a small army of furniture and.
So short, I'm assuming I'm running into his ass as I run.
You could run into him as you pass through an invisible person's square. There's a 50% chance you bump into him. So roll a D100 or a D2.
Oh.
One you bump into him.
Yeah.
Two you pass by.
Yeah, bump into me.
I'll bump you,
Bump me up.
and you're gonna hate it. 2.
Okay. So you pass on by. You just the professor managed to get out of the way.
So that would have been 30 right there.
Yep.
Can I give him a friendly pat as he runs by?
You do know that aggressive actions dispel invisibility. There's a chance that a pat could do that.
Let's be aggressive. Okay, I won't give him the old baseball pat.
Okay, you thought about it and you're like, oh, okay.
Right there.
Because technically a touch attack would dispel initiative. Okay, let's see what the Hadean Hag or the Hadean Boggart can do. I think he's going to drink some of your treasure. Yeah.
No, the loot.
He drinks a healing potion. Ding, 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 ding. Heals himself for 9.
Everyone's a critic.
And then his animated furniture begin to clog the doorway. These little things are going right into Texarac's squares, so I don't know if he's got combat reflexes or not.
That's a good question. Skills. Multi-weapon fighting and quick hunter.
Okay, so it doesn't look like he's got combat reflexes. So he gets a ready action first. Is he attacking one of the chairs that moves in, or is he attacking one of the candelabras that are marching right into his square?
I feel like he could hit the biggest thing. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Does he not like fire?
At this point, they're all enemies.
I think he's just gonna hit the biggest one. 1d20 plus 8. 28. Not 20.
Okay, you can't crit this thing, so just do damage.
Oh, can't crit chairs. 1d8 plus 5. He probably could have powered attack though. 6.
6 damage. It has hardness of 5, so he tears a bit of the chair's padding for 1 damage. Got a long way to go. All right. Then he gets an AOO.
Assistance.
Then he gets an AOO on one of the candelabras that is trying to like bounce up against him. Like he can attack one of them.
Mm-hmm. What was it? Plus 8. 10. God damn it.
No, they're too tiny and too quick. They're now swarming around him, and they're like candelabras that have their candles lit, and they're jumping up into him, kind of slamming into him at the same time, trying to burn him. So there are 4 candelabras that are jumping up. AC 4, 6, 18, and 12.
I'll miss.
Okay.
Looks like his AC is 21.
He's managed to keep away from them. And then the animated chair is basically trying to kick at him while these things are dancing around him. The animated chair, AC 22.
That'll hit.
Gives him a good slam in the in the feet or in the shin for 3 damage.
Puts him up to 6.
And then the chair from around the corner. This thing it's got cover around the corner, misses, and then the table. Ooh, hits AC 23. You get to add 4 to your AC from it because it's around a corner.
23 would miss if he's adding 4. He's at 20. 25.
Okay, so yeah, he's basically facing the chair straight on, and these 2 things off to the side are kind of attacking around the corner, and then the 4 things I just moved off to the side are actually all in his square, trying to dance up at him. And there are several other animated chairs that are trying to get their way in, but just can't quite get at him. It was actually pretty smart of Tech to get in there and clog the doorway. Then we've got Manny. Manny's now out of Huck's spears.
Yeah.
He's got the hatchet.
He's gonna take out his Churcut.
Okay, Churcut to the magical butcher's knife. What the fuck, computer?
God, scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that was right.
I thought it was a fucking.
It sounded like homeless people were finally coming
Grab
in.
a slice of pizza.
Me too. Jesus Christ.
Shield out.
It really was. I turned the computer on hours ago to avoid this, and now it's like, oh, I see you're using it.
You're so fast, you're a blur on the stream, Marty.
Yeah, was I a blur? Like,
You're like a shadow, like Batman.
He was so much of a shadow. He looked like a spur. I almost shot him with a magic missile.
That's true. Yeah. If you had started yelling about your children.
Right. All right. Manny gets to hit with a melee attack.
God, I do not like that door being open and what you just did.
Manny.
All right, he's going to attack.
Yep. Melee.
Melee style.
Mealy worms? That cat wants pizza, dude.
That cat's very.
He actually scored a hit. So, with the hatchet is D6 plus 1 plus his strength.
His strength is 9.
Plus 5.
Plus 5, 6.
And then because it's incorporeal,
8. Goes to 4.
Yeah.
Boo.
However, it only had 3 hit points left. Manny basically appears next to you, Zephyros, as he finishes cutting through with the knife that hungers for meat.
Meat.
The creature just basically and collapses in on itself. Small threads of the angry spirit sort of wash away into the ethereal, and you guys immediately notice that it's quieter. The mad babbling of the spirit is gone. Manny just throws you a big smile with pearly white teeth.
Good job, Manny.
And then he looks over his shoulder to like the utter madness that is the small horde of tooth fairies pulling apart the jaw and the skull behind him and fighting over each other. I think he pulled out the axe and then attacked. He's going to 5-foot step out of the room. He doesn't want to be in the room with the
Smart choice.
Yeah.
Shut that door.
Yeah, I think his next action would be to go away. Pharisee, you had a readied action, which didn't come about.
Nope, we're just going to take a flying run down this way.
Okay. Yeah, you can see this strange scene where it looks like the furniture of the manor has come alive to attack Tech. Really odd combat happening there. Zephyros.
Zephyros is gonna also move in that direction. Is the Markernum Gobbler gonna hop on for the ride?
You could delay until 11 and let him hop on.
Okay, I'll delay until then.
Okay, so he move actions up onto you, and then move actions and kind of fastens himself to the end.
Right, so that means I can. Oh, sorry, I was there. That means I can move. I can double move, right?
Yep.
I'll do all 60.
You could run and get to all the way to the end.
Yeah. So how far do I go if I run?
4 times your movement, so 120.
Okay, so I'll run until there, but it has to be in a straight line, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll run until there. I won't stand on top of Pixel.
Okay. You technically could.
I know I technically could. I'll, out of respect for Farasai, I won't.
to not go barreling into the tiny fang.